everybody. So I've been having some conversations about the fact that in the last week or so, we have some students who have declined in their participation in distance learning. And some of that decline is really gradual and minimal. And for others, it's been a pretty sharp decline, almost to doing nothing. And I wanted to take a minute to address that. So here's what I do know. I know that the teachers of this school district are working so hard to create meaningful lessons for students and doing everything they can to reach out to students to say, hey, come be a part of this. And the students not participating is not an indication of that teacher's effort or skill. So I want to release some of the pressure that I think people are feeling about that when they're creating these great lesson plans and they have students not participating, they're feeling like I'm not doing my job as a teacher. Like this is not what the district expects. And I want you to know as teachers that I don't really think that's about you. I think that's about the fact that for some of our students, there is very little in their life right now that feels predictable, secure, or familiar. And in those cases, people react really differently. Think about it from the lens of an adult and what we know about some of our friends and family and how different people are reacting to this. So for some of our students, they're really taking it from the point of view of like, I'm gonna retreat back into this like other part of my life that feels more predictable and manageable. And for some of our students, it is like laying in bed and watching Netflix all day or gaming all day. And it's easy for us to feel frustrated with that because we're not doing that, right? As adults, we are stepping up to the plate during this time and we're figuring out how to manage it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like I have times that I don't manage it well. I don't, and guess what? Like I'm 50 and I have a really good support system around me, including most of you. So I don't know what this feels like when you're 15. And even through my own children's experiences, I've seen their ups and downs related to this. There are times that my own children are so happy in distance learning, and if they were given the choice, they might not go back face to face. And there are other times that they come down to the dinner table, and I gotta tell you, the grouchiness is like out of this world high. And when I dig into that, it just is the sense of like, when is this gonna end, Mom? Like, when am I going to see my friends? When am I going to have this or that experience? And sometimes it's really looking forward to things in the future. And my own children would never express that to their teachers. I mean, it takes a lot of probing for them to express it to me. I share this with you because I want you to know that even if we have some students who are declining and not participating, I want you to know that I believe in you as a teacher and that I know you're doing all that you can. So how do we deal with it? Well, if it's a gradual decline or if it's an unexpected decline, maybe we just need to like take a breath and let's see if those students can kind of get themselves back into it. Maybe this is super temporary and we just kind of sit and wait. And if it's longer than that and it's all of a sudden where a student's not participating at all, then my best bet is to reach out with a really compassionate lens. So rather than reaching out to say, hey, you've not been participating and these are the lessons that you owe me, which is sometimes what we say to students when we were back in that face-to-face world, it might be a conversation related to, hey, I haven't seen you for a while and school is almost over and I'm probably not gonna be your teacher next year. I care about you. And when you don't come, I worry about you. So I don't really care if you make up the work that you've missed, but I would love for you to be involved in the following activities because your voice matters to me. And I also just know you're okay if you're there. So I'm just like being super vulnerable as a teacher and saying like, hey, come back. Come back. I want you to come back. That is a very different conversation than typically we've had in the past, but I think it's a more compassionate point of view and it might reach more of our students right now. And so for you, I just want you to know that it feels odd, right? When we have students not participate and then nothing happens. Like we're not used to that, but it's okay. And I've even had a couple people say to me, gosh, we're really lowering the bar. And I would say this, I don't think we're lowering the bar. We've just moved the bar. We got a whole different bar in front of us now. And what used to count as far as like the number of assignments that students did and how they did it and the quality has kind of been replaced with this new reality of coronavirus and distance learning. What does that mean for next year? I got no idea, to be honest with you. I think we'll figure it out together, and we're going to have to talk about the ideas of structure and accountability and feedback and all of that good stuff, and that'll all be part of Plan B. People have asked me about grades, and to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm looking forward to an engaging conversation with you about things like grades at the secondary level and what that could mean. But I don't have an answer for right now. Maybe part of me is just trying to make it through the next couple of weeks. But I hope that this message lets you as teachers know that a student not engaging is not a reflection of you. It's not, and I know that, and I want you to know that about yourself. And thanks for all of the time that you're taking to reach out to those students and to re-engage them, just so that they know that we care. All right, if I can help further, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm going to be talking with some departments and some schools about the idea of pass and incomplete and which is which and how do you do that, as well as those intervention plans. And so if I can be helpful to you or your department or your grade level, just don't hesitate to reach out, okay? All right, I'm thinking about all of you. Hang in there. You're doing a great job.